Back in September 2020, we sold our house in the UK, then moved to Normandy in France, where we bought an ancient French farmhouse with various outbuildings, including an old barn, a small cottage with 2 woodlands, and 3.5 acres of pastured land in a beautiful national park area. Follow us on our journey as Budo and I renovate the farmhouse, manage our land, and take on many projects for you to enjoy. Let the fun begin.
Hi folks, so you see us in our normal light. This is us when we take the makeup off.
This is us on a weekend. No, on a serious note, we're off to a Halloween party.
Yes,
Ooh.
We're going off to a Halloween party in about 20 minutes, 15 minutes. Just thought we'd have a little say hello to you guys, and you can see us in our costumes. Look, if you look at Trace, I'm going to spin you around. She's looking very witchy-fied. Witchy-fied. And then do you want to spin you around?
Slowly, doucement, doucement.
Hello.
Oh. Oh, that is scary. Scary, scary. Spin you round.
Anyway, we're going to scare the bejesus out of all the French.
We're actually going to a Halloween party where the people that's party it is are actually practicing witches. So
yeah, they are real practicing witches by their trade, isn't it? Whatever they
so
like.
we might look a little bit out of place.
We might look a little bit theatrical, but anyway, we're going to have a bit of fun, have some beers, enjoy ourselves before we get back to the renovations the next couple of days, or tomorrow.
Bon weekend, everyone.
Tomorrow's
and happy
Sunday.
Halloween.
It'll be Monday. Happy Halloween.
Bye.
Bye. So folks, we couldn't have much of a compost quarter this week because of the rain. It's just been relentless on and off, but it's coming down quite hard now, as you can see behind me. But this week we have a little help around to help us, which is Sandra's grandson. He comes to pick up all the apples so we can get them over to Roy for his pigs, because we feed the pigs with all the apples. So he comes over and helps us with picking up the apples. We get some seeds planted. We also put some broad beans in. Tracy does some broad beans in the rows in the growing beds. I think she's done about 10 bays in total. And then we talk about our little cloche before we get our polytunnel built, because we have to build a big polytunnel, but we got to wait for that. So the little cloche will suffice for now for some seeds, planting out some bits and bobs. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this episode. So Trace,
Hi there.
who we got here today?
We've got our little helper, Freddie. This is Sandra's grandson.
Hello Freddie.
You wanted to come over today, didn't you, to help us? And what have we been doing?
We've been picking up apples.
And where are the apples?
There,
In the wheelbarrow.
in the river.
And do you know what the apples are for?
I don't know.
No, you don't, do you? But they're for our friend Roy's pigs.
Yeah.
They're going to feed him up, feed all the pigs up.
Yeah.
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 Are you going to come over again in the future and help us?
Yes, I will.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you wanted to be on YouTube, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
That's
come
all
over.
I wanted in my life.
All
you wanted in your life, eh?
How old are you?
7.
7. Yeah.
Oh, bless.
Good thinking that is.
So have you been enjoying yourself, picking up the apples?
Yeah.
Good boy.
Thank you as well.
Thank you for your help.
You're welcome.
And thanks for Nan for bringing you over as well.
And
You're going to say
Say
goodbye.
thank you, Nana.
Thanks, Nana.
I'll say you're welcome, Nana.
You're welcome.
okay.
How do you say that in French?
There we are.
Darian.
Darian.
Darian. Okay.
Okay then.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hi folks, so we're back up in the garden again.
Hello.
It's been absolutely hammering it down with rain.
Yes, it has. So we're dodging the rain at the moment.
Dodging the rain.
Well, not that we work through the rain, but obviously it's filming, isn't it? We have to be
Filming is
careful.
hard, and obviously we don't want to get wet. But it's a bit windy. Sorry if it's a bit windy again. It's been like this on and off for most of the week now. Let me spin you around and give you a little view of the clouds again. There we go. So we got that lot coming. So we're going to do this sequence quick. So what we got is Tracy's down here now. We're going to be planting some broad beans, aren't we, Trey?
Yep. Some fèvre in French and obviously broad beans in English. What I'm going to do is I'm going to plant 6 broad beans in each bay, and we're going to plant 6 bays.
Right, so
Yep.
let's just remind them what the bays are.
Which are from
Between our hoops, it's just over 1.20 m, isn't it?
Yep.
And they're our bays, remember? So that's what we're going to system we're going to keep to for the future.
Yep, and I've just pre-done the lines here, so I'm only putting 6 beans in each bay, and I've just, with my little dibber, I've just made little holes.
Okay.
So I'm just going to drop the bean in, cover it over.
Simple as that.
That's it. A lot of gardening is simple though, isn't it? Just gets made complicated.
Yep.
Okay, put the bean in, and you don't want the hole too deep.
No, not like the garlics. You don't want them as deep
No.
as that, do you?
Drop that one in and cover that over.
And you'll carry on doing that all the way
Yep.
through the 6 bays, yeah?
Just continue, and then once we've done that, we'll put the netting on,
Yeah.
put the cable ties obviously to protect it from.
So we're going to wait, though,
Animals.
aren't we, to put the netting on.
Yep.
We're going to wait for the till they pop their heads up.
Yep, and then
Bearing in mind this is the 1st of November today.
yes, it is.
So we're going to want to pop their heads up, and then we'll start to talk about covering them over with fleecing and so on and so forth. I'm going to show you something actually in a minute. We'll go and see that in a minute. But Tracy, you finished there, love?
Yes, I have. Yep, I'm
Yeah.
going to continue.
You
here.
carry on then, and we'll get
Yeah.
them in. Lovely.
Hi folks, I've just finished planting all the broad beans, but I just wanted to show you how the onions are growing. Budo, if you pan under there.
So there we go. We
at
showed you
that.
them last week. Now look at them. See,
Really good.
they don't take a long time to come,
No,
and
we're just waiting now, aren't we, for the
yeah.
first frost to come, and then we can start.
So we're waiting for the
them.
first frost, yeah.
Yep.
So we can give them a cover. I'll show them in a minute how well we're going to do that.
Look,
And
this is a casualty, and
lovely, aren't they?
already
Oh, it's lovely,
perfect.
perfect.
Look at all this. That is definitely 100%.
So we had 100% germination. Remember, we're experimenting with this as well, aren't we? So we're in a learning curve, and
That's definitely the black gold.
we've got to get used to this climate here, which is warmer and longer than it was when we was in the UK.
Yeah.
So we're taking a risk now to grow these sets.
Yeah.
We're not taking a risk. We don't want them to get too big. This is the
No.
problem. But I'll show you in a minute what we're going to do to alleviate the frost when it does come on these, and give them a bit of a chance, especially on things like our pak chow, which we'll be showing you some seeds in a minute. We'll be planting them up, and some spinach.
Epinard in French.
Epinard, yeah. Anyway,
Lovely.
so folks, just here on my heap of wet cardboard. It don't matter though, it dries out, and still can be used. This one here, this pile here, I've got to just pull off some of the tape and things like that, because when you lay the cardboard, try not to put plastic in here or tape and that. So we use this pile here to clean them all up, put them aside, and then we start putting down and do the next bed. I've got a couple of bashes there. These are 20 metres by 18 metres each one, and I've got another one coming on Friday for another job. But I just want to talk to you about these wires here. So you can see I've got this heavy duty fencing wire. It's the tight wire, you know, to pull the fencing tight. and it's a nice heavy grade. Anyway, what I do is with that, I put that in the ground inside the cloches, inside the mesh ones as well, and then we put a white fleece over that, which is like a horticultural frost protector for plants. So what we'll do is I'll just pan you over here and show you. There's our little might as well have a little chat about this as well. So this was that ugly shower we had in the house when we bought it, but I put some sides on of wood, and we opened the top, and we're just going to use it like a little cloche to put our seeds on. On the floor I've put a bit of bash plastic double folded, so we can put the seed straight in there, gain some heat, solar heat. It's facing east west again, okay, east west, and we can get our seeds in there, a few trays, because we're not going to go mad. It's winter now, so we ain't going to go mad, and then hopefully by spring I'll have the polytunnel up and ready and going. But we're utilising that. It's not getting thrown down the tip, it's being reused, so I like that. So if I come over here I'll show you. So I put the mesh, this is the hoops up here, and then there'll be the green mesh over this, but for extra protection we'll put the fleece when we need to, especially on the things like the pak chow and maybe the spinach for a little while. We'll put the fleece over that underneath it, so it'll be like a double barrier. Still let the water in, and we'll keep check on it anyway, so if this fleece is keeping the water off too much, we'll just give it a little sprinkle as we need it, but we don't want it growing too much. There should be enough moisture in that ground now and in that compost, with all the rain we've had and making the compost as well, to keep that going well. But you know, it's all an experiment. You know, gardening is not an exact science as such. It's like your trial and error, and you see what grows best in your area, and you know, you work with the things that work well in your area. But anyway, I thought that was a good little idea with the cloche. It's going to get some seeds up and going, because we ain't got a greenhouse and we ain't got a polytunnel yet. But I'll bring you over there in a minute. Got a couple of seed trays ready, and going to put some spinach, pak chow, yeah, well, whatever we got, we'll see what we got.
Hi there folks, we're just about to plant some spinach into our seed trays, which is a mixture of what we call the black gold and sand. And what I've done is I've just pre-made with my finger little drill holes, and all I'm going to do now is drop 5 little seeds. Oh, let's get that one out. It's a bit tricky with these gloves. Into each line.
Yep.
This I'm just going to get a handful of, I've already done this line already, handful of compost, and just sprinkle it on top. You won't need to water it because the compost is quite moist anyway. And I'm just going to continue, and then once these are done, these are the spinach epinard, we're going to put them inside our
Cloche.
Our
A little cloche you made. Yeah.
Yep, and in this tray I'll do exactly the same thing with the pak choy.
Yeah.
Or as known as bok choy.
And are we having one tray of each, or maybe do?
No, I think we'll
two of each.
I think we'll probably do 2 trays of the spinach and 2 trays of the pak choy.
Yeah, definitely.
Bok choy.
Because we can get them in for the winter, and then we can do another lot in the springtime.
Yeah, because we do love spinach.
Yeah, so
and pak choy.
Circle, isn't it? You know, it goes round.
Yep.
Lovely. Okay, so
really straightforward though, isn't it?
We'll show you a picture of these when they're sitting in the
Cloche.
little cloche. So guys, got the seeds in there now. Just going to cover them up. The rain's coming down quite hard, so we're going to go and find some shelter before we carry on. Anyway, that's the seeds in for the first cloche, for the first seed growing since we've moved to France.